welcome back to Algebra 2. Today we're talking about solving systems of equations with 3 variables, okay? So this would be like if you're graphing, like I remember I did this in Calc 3, where you're graphing on a 3D. This is when you would use this, okay? But it's good to know how to solve for 3 variables. So you're going to be using substitution and elimination, your objectives to solve with 3 variables, okay? So let's look at this first one. So we have 3 equations and 3 unknowns. Our 3 unknowns are x, y, and z. So you have to do we're going to end up doing substitution and elimination here, okay? So I went ahead and wrote this over here on the board that we're going to kind of go back to. But if you look, this first equation has x, y, and z. Second equation has x plus y, so it has an x and a y. Third has a z and an x. Okay, so this one kind of is mapped out nice for you that 2 of these equations only have 2 unknowns, but they all 3 have x's. And if you look at this one, we have our x that doesn't have any coefficients. So we'll just solve for that and then plug it into both equations. So that's going to be our first step. Okay, so first step is to solve for x in the second equation. So x plus 5y is equal to 9. We want to solve for that x by subtracting 5y. So x equals 9 minus 5y. So now we're going to pick the 2 equations where x's are, and we're going to plug in our x and simplify. So we have 2, and then instead of x, it's 9 minus 5y plus 3y minus 2z equals a negative 1. Okay, simplify. So we have 18 minus 10y plus 3y minus 2z equals negative 1. Simplify here. We got 18 minus 7y minus 2z equals a negative 1. Subtract 18. To combine like terms, we have negative 7y minus 2z is equal to negative 19. Okay, so there is our first equation. If you notice, it's in terms of y and z, so hopefully this next one will be, and spoiler, it will. So we're going to plug it into now this one for x. So we have 4z minus 5 times 9 minus 5y is equal to 4. Okay, distribute, we get 4z minus 45 plus 25y is equal to 4. Okay, the only thing that we can do here is add 45 to both sides. Okay, and I'm also going to flip it to say yz, like alphabetical order. So we have 25y plus 4z. So all I did was flip those, added that to make 49. Okay, now we have 2 equations, 2 unknowns. Both are in terms of y and z. Guess what? We know how to do that. We can solve by elimination or substitution, but let's look and see and set it up to see, what would be best. Okay, so let me clear this and we're going to go to the next page. So in step 2 we got, let me use my notes because I just erased them. We had negative 7y minus 2z equals negative 19, and then we had 25y plus 4z equals 49. Okay. 2 equations, 2 unknowns. All right, y, z's, constants. So we want these to be, elimination would be better since they all have coefficients, so I'm going to go with that route. And if you look here, this 2 and this 4, those are almost opposite numbers, so we can multiply this top row by a positive 2 to make this z a negative 4, so then our 4s would cancel, or z's would cancel out. So 2 times negative 7y, negative 14y minus 4z is equal to negative 38. Add straight down, that does not cancel, that's 11y, sorry. And then that cancels, equals 11 divided by 11, y equals 1, okay? So we have y. Now we're going to plug it back into one of those to find z. Okay, so we have negative 7 times 1 minus 2z equals negative 19. Negative 7 minus 2z equals negative 19. Add 7, negative 2z is equal to negative 12. Divide by negative 2, we get z is equal to 6. Okay, so we have y, we have z. What else do we need? You got it, x. Okay, so over here we have these three originals. Hopefully you still have it written down. If we look, we could solve for either one of those. Those would be easiest. I'm going to pick this x plus 5y equals 9. So we have x plus 5y equals 9. Okay, we know our y is 1. So x plus 5 times 1 equals 9. Well, that's just 5. So x minus 5 would be 4. That's not our answer. That's what x is. So we're going to write our answers as instead of an x and a y, it's an x and a y and a z, ordered pair. So our x's, and it matters what order, it needs to be in alphabetical order. Okay, so our x is 4, our y is 1, and our z is 6, and that right there is your answer. Okay, so that is by substitution. That's when you have 3 variables, 3 unknowns, but not all of each problem has the 3 variables. Okay, so now let's do a little bit harder one where all 3 variables, all equations do have all 3 variables. So if you look here, we have x, y, z, x, y, z, x, y, z. Okay, so this one we're going to use elimination. And so we're going to kind of look to see about if we added down, what are we going to eliminate? So I'm going to pick 1 and 2. Okay, and then I'm going to pick also 2 and 3. And I'm going to eliminate our z's because those are positive or negative. Those are going to be your easiest. So we have 2x minus y plus z is equal to 4. We have x plus 3y minus z is equal to 11. Okay? We add straight down, those cancel. Not everything's going to cancel here, guys. We want 2 equations, 2 unknowns. So here we have 3x plus 2y is equal to 15. Okay, now I'm going to do the same thing. This says to subtract, guys, but I'm not going to, I'm going to show you what I would rather you think about. So x plus 3y minus z equals 11. And then we have 4x plus y minus z is equal to 14. Okay, so if you see here, our z's are the same number. They're not opposite. Okay, so what we do is we just need to multiply through by a negative number. Okay, so I'm just going to take this and I'm going to say it's a negative 4, negative y, positive z, and a negative 4. All we did was multiply through by negative 1. Okay, so now if we add straight down, x plus negative 4x would be negative 3x. 3y plus a negative y would be a positive 2y, and that equals, those cancel. That's what we wanted. If we didn't get that, then reevaluate a negative 3. Okay, so we have our 3x plus 2y equals 15. Negative 3x plus 2y equals negative 3. Okay, so I'm going to go to the next page to finish. So again, we had, what was it? 3x plus 2y equals 15. I'm so sorry, guys. And then negative 3x plus 2y equals negative 3. Okay. So by adding straight down, cancel, we get 4y equals 12. Well, divide by 4, y equals 3. So we have 1. So now we're going to substitute y equals 3 and solve for x. It doesn't matter which one. So I'm going to say 3x plus 2 times 3 equals 15. Okay, so 3x plus 6 equals 15. Subtract 6, 3x equals 9, x equals 3. So now we have x, now we have y, and now we're going to pick one of these to plug it into. It does not matter which one to find our z. So we have 2 times x, which is 3, minus y, which is 3, and then plus z equals 4. Okay, I just picked the first one. plug in our x, our y, and our z. Okay, so we have 6 minus 3 plus z equals 4. 6 minus 3 is z. 3 plus z equals 4. Subtract, so z is equal to 1. So our answer in alphabetical order would be x, y, z. So 3, 3, and 1. Okay? So that is how you do it. These are, they're a lot, they're big, but you guys are so awesome and you're gonna be on top of it and do amazing. So if you can substitute and eliminate, you're gonna be perfect. Okay, so your lesson today, you only have 3 total questions. Okay, so get started on MathXL and let us know if you have any questions.